if I walked in and I saw a teen, like, because working at the church, like the kids go to the bathroom, everybody's in and out of the bathrooms.
Yeah.
If I walked in and there's a high schooler at the urinal like
Power
this,
stance.
I'm going, dude, what are you doing? Like, stop. I'm going to tell your mom on you. I'm gonna. Yeah. Yeah.
Little Johnny was in power stance while he was peeing today.
You need to talk to your son about how to use a restroom. Welcome back to Privy. Privy is a podcast about bathrooms. Recorded this week. I am in what is becoming somewhat of a recording studio away from the recording studio. I'm in the Suzy Q's kettle corn bathroom once again, and I am joined with Byron Thiessen. Did I say it right?
Yeah, it's Thiessen.
Perfect. How are you?
Doing good.
Good.
It's good to be here in a bathroom.
Yeah. Usually you're in one by yourself. So
this is the first time I've ever been in a single stall with another dude.
Yeah.
So
hey, there's a first. No. Are you? We were talking a little bit about how I had recorded with Jude Crane months ago, and how I didn't really know Jude. And what's curious is you and we've crossed paths here and there. To my recollection, we met playing D&D.
Yeah.
And that was, I don't even know how many years ago now.
Oh gosh, that would have been
pushing 8 or 9.
Yeah, 9. I think it's
9.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And you guys are still doing D&D hard.
Yeah.
I'll confess, I just recently started listening to of Lore and Legend.
Yes.
It took me a while to get into it because the episodes are long, but I finally was like, I'm at the end of summer and I need to get into it and catch up now, so that way I'm there. But yeah, we met playing D&D, and so I kind of came in kind of on the edge. But can you go ahead and just kind of share with folks who you are, what your thing is, what you want people to know about you? What is the Byron Thiessen essentials? Yeah.
So my name is Byron Thiessen, as you know.
Perfect.
I currently, as of this month, I'm unemployed for about 1 month.
Whoa.
We can talk that.
Yeah.
So I worked as a physical therapy assistant.
Yeah.
That was my last job that I had. I worked there for 2 years.
Whoa. Okay.
At a physical therapy clinic. I got some good stories there. Anyway, I'm taking 1 month off before I start graduate school.
Oh, wow.
So I start a 3-year graduate DPT, Doctorate of Physical Therapy.
Whoa.
Program.
Okay.
Yeah, George Fox.
Yep. Wow.
So,
you're I went to Corbin, so we pretend like you're our rival, and George Fox is like, yeah, you guys are great. We love Corbin, and everybody at Corbin's grumpy about it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what's the trajectory with that?
So like what my end goal is?
Yeah.
So I'll get my doctorate of physical therapy, and then I'll be able to be a licensed physical therapist after I do a boards test.
Yeah.
And then once I have that done, I can then see patients as a physical therapist. My goal, though, is to specialize.
Yeah.
And I have 2 avenues that I'm looking at, but I'm not closed to anything.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. My first passion is pediatrics, so working with kids.
Yeah.
So I want to work with kids and doing physical therapy for kids, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Preferably up to the age of like 18. So like newborn to 18 is my range that I would like to stick with.
Ooh, yeah.
The other aspect that I would like to do is neurology. So neurological disorders.
Yeah.
So we're talking like stroke, Parkinson's, adult CP, because pediatrics sees children's CP.
Right.
But they're basically the same thing, just 2 different ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Because we get children here.
Yeah.
Or as the actual children, the mindset of children, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then you get geriatric neuro, which is what I've been kind of working with, which it turns into children again, where you just get to play and have fun.
Right.
So
that's crazy.
That's my end goal. I would love to open my own clinic, air quotes around that.
Yeah.
But we'll see. That's like 50 years.
Have you always been in the physical therapy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So out of high school, I wanted to go physical therapy.
Yeah.
And then I took a year off after high school, and that's when we played D&D.
Okay. Yep.
Then I got my bachelor's degree a year ago, so that was a 6-year.
Yeah.
It took me 6 years to do my 4-year.
Hey,
it works.
Yeah.
And then I missed my interview with a board for PT for my first round because it's super competitive.
Yeah.
Then I jumped in this year, and I finally got it. So it's 3 years.
Wow.
My degree. I'll have a doctorate.
You're there.
I'll be there. Theoretically, I'm there, and then the next step of becoming better at what I do. So
man, what an adventure! That's PT that's a tough field. Like it can be. I've never done it, but I've benefited from like having PT. I destroyed my ankle.
Okay.
And so I had to do PT, and a lot of it ended up being like he gave me stuff to do at home at one point. But man, it's amazing how beneficial that has been.
Yeah.
So,
and that's kind of the goal though, is we'll see you, we'll work with you in the clinic, and then we send you home with homework, and then you do your homework, and then you don't need to see us anymore because you do your homework, and then you're better, and we don't have to see you so we can see someone else, but you're also healthy and you're taking care of yourself.
See, and that I like that model so much more than what I think a lot of medicine ends up being, which is you're going to be a for lifer. And
we see lifers, so like the lifers that we see are more like a neurological base or a geriatric base,
right?
Or we're seeing them for the last 10, 15 years of geriatric, and then
that's tough
for wherever they're labeled at or wherever they have their problem at. So like Parkinson's usually starts about 50 years old. From 50 on, we'll see them regularly and building more and more. So which makes it hard. Yeah, because they become your family.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet you build pretty strong bonds to some of them, and you know, to see them go through that. And, wow, absolutely. That's tough. That takes a. You know, there's these jobs where people are like, "Oh, I don't know if I could do that," and I definitely think that that's one I don't know if I could do that. Yeah. Like, that's tough. I just think of like, you know, having grandparents go through end of life stuff. It's like, man, it's tough to see. So, wow, hey. That's awesome that you're doing that.
But so who I am is I'm Byron. I'm unemployed for a month, and then I start school.
Where did you say where you were going?
Yeah, George Fox.
Okay, that's right. That's right.
You're good.
Are you doing online or are you?
It's 100% in person.
Whoa!
So it's
in 2023. That's amazing.
Yep. So
that's impressive.
They were full in person last year.
Yeah, well, I mean, but I just feel like so many schools now, even though the campus is back in person, they're just like, oh yeah, if you want to do online, that's great. And wow,
we have a cohort of 48 of us kids.
Yep.
Or I say kids, we're all adults. So there's 48 of us. We have our own room for each year. So first years have their own room, and they're basically just in room 1, and then they'll move to room 2 for second year, and then third year we get sent out into clinics, and then we get to work outside. But you're stuck there. You are in class, and then it's like it's 18 credits my first semester because they're on a semester basis. 18 credits for the first one at graduate level.
That's a lot.
I did the math. It's 60 hours theoretical. And then my second year first semester is 21 credits.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're gonna be busy.
I'm gonna be crying. But
Are you commuting?
Yeah.
For that? Okay.
And it's only a 30-minute drive from me, which is not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. Out in good old Newburgh.
Yep.
Man, I have some stories from Newburgh. I had a client out there for mentoring, and I hated driving out there. I absolutely hated it.
Which way did you go?
Well, I was towards the end of it. I was living in Albany, so I would take the like weird McMinnville Highway thing up the back, and kind of crosses 20 as you go up. Goes through.
Doesn't that go
Monmouth?
Monmouth.
Yep, goes up through Monmouth. It was one of those where the drive out. I mean, I was contracted to do it, so I'll do it, and you know, it's not the kid's thing. Like, you know, he has no control over it. It's just one of those. So you try to be positive and you try to have a good attitude about it, but the whole time you're like, I'm going out here for 2 hours, sometimes 3, and the trip is 3 hours. By the time you do it, it's like, man. There's got to be a better way, but
I did the Oregon State commute from Salem to Oregon State, and that was an hour every day. And then I parked 3 miles off campus so I could walk in for free. So that was an hour. It was an hour and 20, hour and a half every day of my life.
Jeepers.
For one way.
You find the places to stop and use the restroom if you have to.
Exactly.
For sure. So you caught me off guard with the unemployed thing because I saw you a handful of weeks ago. And you were like, yeah, I'm doing this PT thing. And that's why I was like, oh no. But I know and I know you can't share everything, but as much as you feel comfortable or confident, and if you share it and you're like, hey, you know what, actually we need the power of editing is great. But do you have stories from PT? I know you've shared one with me, and it doesn't have to be that one. But do you have just crazy things that people.
So like, are you wanting just crazy stories, or are you wanting like bathroom related stories? Do we want like,
yes, either way, because I'm sure they'll spill over into each other.
Oh yeah, literally spill.
Oh no, this is gonna be bad.
So me and you, we have to keep HIPAA pliant here. So we're gonna do our best here.
Yeah.
Patient. Yeah. Here's a good story. Patient who was how old is the patient? We're gonna estimate around 70, 80.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're between 40 and 80.
Exactly. Yeah. Post-COVID, decided to not do very much activity, has been very sedentary, sitting down, just not doing very much. Now COVID's over, the care home that the individual's at is trying to get them to up and move in. Okay. It reduces costs. So like if you have someone who doesn't move, it's really more expensive than someone who is ambulatory, can go to the bathroom themselves, can wash themselves, and can eat themselves, those kind of things. So if you can get up from your chair and go to the toilet, it saves, depending on the place, it could save hundreds,
because then the person doesn't have to help with...
Yep.
Okay.
So it's a higher level of care. So if you have someone that has to have the care, it's more expensive.
Right.
So we have a patient that we're working on doing this with, and they just don't care anymore.
Yeah,
they're done. It's end of. They're like, I have people taking care of me. I don't really care. And they wear definitely adult diapers because they can't make it all the time. They can't. Yeah. They can't get transferred fast enough. And when you get to that point where you just don't care, you kind of just go when you gotta go.
Yeah.
Well, this patient notoriously will come in with a little bit of stinky.
Yeah. Oh, jeepers.
It's to the point where we were opening windows before they came, so they didn't know that we were opening windows for them.
Oh, that's nice though. That's very kind of y'all to preempt it.
We were trying to be so preemptive of like, this is gonna need it. Yeah, we have another stinky.
Oh man!
And then we would keep them in one spot. Like they would. Right. We gave them a designated seat so that we didn't cross-contaminate them around anywhere else. Yeah. And then we would walk them out and walk them back. They have full strength. They have full capabilities. They're just done. They just don't want to. It's too much work.
That's awful, but it's like, I joke with my wife about, like, sometimes I can't wait to be an old man. Yeah. So that way, because there's some times where people do stuff and I'm just like, I want to respond like an old man, but I can't because I haven't lived it. I haven't earned that yet. And I just want, like, because at some point you hit an age where people are just like, yeah, you know what?
It doesn't
this
matter.
Is fine.
It doesn't.
Like, we're going to be okay with it. Yeah.
So this individual has definitely reached that age.
Yeah.
Definitely reached that point. Well, we do get them up and walking. Yeah. They're doing great. We give them a 4-wheel walker, which is like the rollators.
Oh,
They have the handles that hit the brakes, but they all have 4 wheels. Okay, 4-wheeled walkers. There's also a code for 2-wheeled walkers, which are like the ones that you usually see them. They'll scoot it forward, and they'll take a step, scoot it forward.
It's like is that like the Carl from Up walker?
Exactly. Okay, sweet. Yeah. But then they have the 2 wheels up front, so it's a 2-wheeled walker or a 4-wheeled walker. We try to make it logical.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we give them a 4-wheeled walker, and they're moving around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, early on, they would be walking and doing stuff, and all of a sudden they would just straight up, I'm sitting down. We're in the middle of the gym. Yeah. There's nowhere to sit besides the floor. And so the therapist is like, has that gait belt on around their waist, and they're lifting them up. They're like, no, you can't sit here. You can't sit here. You can't sit here.
Man.
Throwing a chair underneath them kind of a thing. And they just learned the behavior of, I'm going to sit, and I'm just going to sit. And that's just what's going to happen. Anyway, that was early on. Now we're skipping ahead probably 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
We're doing better. Patient hasn't been wanting to sit regularly, but has definitely come in with some stinkies.
That's wild.
But this patient came in, no stinky.
Yeah.
We were like, this is great.
It's the best day ever.
Good day. They get up for their walk. This is their second walk of 3 that they usually get going on.
Yeah.
They have the rollator, and they're walking. They're doing their stuff, and all of a sudden, the patient just stops.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to insert a fake name here, John. Yeah. So, like, hey, the therapist is like, John, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just pooping.
So pleasant about it.
Super pleasant, super calm. They're just in the middle of the floor as they go for their walk, stops and poops and just smiles. And the therapist is like, John, what are you doing? Oh, I'm pooping.
It's what we do.
It's what we do. and then they keep going, and then they just mosey on along.
Oh my gosh!
Finish the walk and sit down, and we're like, great.
We were so close.
We were so close, so close to a perfect day. So we have those.
Man.
I have those kind of interactions. It's the point where cognition happens. Like, just is gone. Some days, the patient is really nice. And super stuff, but
the diaper contains it though. That's the okay.
A diaper is not perfect.
Okay. Yep.
Diaper has 2 holes in it, thus for leg 1 and leg 2.
Yeah.
And so you definitely get some explosions.
Oh man, the kid diaper explosion is awful, but it can't be worse than adult diaper explosion.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Oh gosh.
Like, I have so many stories we can start going into here,
dude. Getting older is it's no fun. It's no fun. Yeah. And they never y'all didn't have it explode like in the thing.
That one was not an explosion. We've had other ones.
Oh really?
Yeah. We've had some where the patient comes in, like a nonverbal, non-communicative patient comes in, and we're taking care of them. We're having fun. We're joking with them. It's a lot of laughter and fun.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, they just soil themselves. And there's no diaper because they are able to control themselves.
Oh,
they actually have full cognition. They can do that, but they just can't verbalize things.
Oh no, that stinks.
And they weren't able to communicate it because they have they have like lactose intolerance or something like that. And the caregiver didn't know that, and so they gave them something that they weren't supposed to have, and then they have an accident. And they have a small amount of embarrassment, and so what we do with a nonverbal, like how to communicate with them, we're just like, if you want to quit, we can head to the lobby, or we can keep working.
Yeah.
And they just stay there working because they want to have fun and they enjoy being around us, and they don't care that they probably have some emotional stress from it. But we've done a therapy session, 45 minutes. They powered through. They powered through. They pooped themselves in the beginning, and we just leave them there, no diaper. That's an explosion. Yeah, that's a bad day, but we take care of it. Oh my gosh! Caregiver comes back finally at 45 minutes, and we're like, "Hey, just let you know, here's what happened." They're like, "Understood."
They got to get in your car now, bud.
Yeah. Good luck. But yeah,
dang. Yeah, poo smells so bad when it's not in the toilet. Like, when it is out of the context of where it's supposed to be, it is astronomically worse.
Oh, yeah.
Plus exercise.
There's one other smell that's worse than poo. It's called hand cheese.
Oh, I think you were... Yeah. So, explain this hand cheese again.
Our body naturally sloughs off skin all day long. Okay. Yeah. On a patient that has a stroke, it's really hard and everything like that, but they'll have tone on their hand, and their hand will curl up a little bit sometimes, and that hand doesn't want to open up. And when it doesn't want to open up, the skin still sloughs off. Yeah. Their palm still sweats, and they get this nasty skin pulp, and it's like this dying flesh. And then you can wash it out and everything like that, but every once in a while, we'll have a patient that came in that they didn't get their hand washed very well, and that smell. Ugh. That's a rank one. Yeah. Oh, gosh. So we've had patients where there's that, and then a soiled patient come in, and it's we wish we were back in COVID with masks on.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's...
There you go.
Yeah.
There's a couple stories.
Yeah. Do you, and again, share as much or as little as you want, but do you have any Byron bathroom tales of woe? Like... And I have a number of questions, so we can also get into those. A lot of times what happens, I get going and people are like, oh, wait. I have one.
Let's go into other questions because I'm trying to think of...
Yeah, let it stew. So I ask just about everybody these questions. I've missed a few on a few different people. It just gives me a reason to bug them again. But the first is, and this is a number of questions around the world of toilet paper. So I spend more time than I probably should or need thinking about toilet paper. And so what type of toilet paper do you use at home? Here in the Suzy Qs, we have Quilted Northern Ultra Plush. Now, I was telling Byron when I was setting up, I'm confident that either this is a different package or a different roll than was here when I recorded with Jude and Jerry. This is some premium stuff, though. Like,
pretty sure this is the same stuff. It looks like a different package.
Okay.
I think that's what they use here.
Must just got a different pack.
Not sure.
Oh, even those two packs look different. So they just changed their like branding or something.
I think so.
Ah, well, there you go. Hey, mystery solved. But yeah, what are you using at home?
Brand?
Yeah.
Charmin Ultra Strong. I think is it the Charmin?
Is it red bag?
It's the red bag.
Red bag. Hey,
red bag.
the beautiful
Red bag
bears. The beautiful bears.
So we always do red bag at home. I one time was like, I'm just curious, and I bought the blue bag. Everyone in the house yelled at me.
Oh,
so we went back to the red bag.
Is it that much different?
To some of my family members, yes. To me, I was like, it's toilet paper.
Yeah,
but I do also dog sit and house sit for people.
Okay.
And so you get to like experiment with a lot of different things. So like you have the quilted northern, you have the angel soft, you have the really cheap stuff that you get at the Walmart kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And then you have red bag.
Yeah.
And so I've tried them all. Or I've tried not all of them. I've tried a lot of them through that way. And I'm like, it's toilet paper. The red bag, it works fine.
Yeah. So when you go to pet sit, are you like staying in their home?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's different. I thought you were just like showing up, feeding the dogs, walking the dog, and also dumping it on the way out. Like I was like, that's such a power move. So I'm gonna use your toilet paper.
No, these are like air quotes contracts that I do for people. So like they'll say like, hey, I'm going on vacation this date to this date. Can you watch? And I'll be like, check my schedule. Yep, I can do that. Awesome. And I'll go in. So like I have poodles that I watch. I have dachshunds that I watch. I have cats that I watch.
Whoa.
There's one house that has a corgi, a horse, a goat, ducks, and chickens, and I watch all, and I just take care of the whole thing. So it's like a farm.
Is this just like personal or like private contracted, or are you like going through some agency?
This is private.
How'd you get into that?
I have no clue how I got into
this.
I had someone who's like, hey, can you watch my house for... Like, we're going on vacation and I have no one else to watch them. And I'm like, sure, I'll watch them. I don't know what I'm doing, but sure. So I went and started doing that. And then I was like, dude, there's some money in this.
Yeah.
This is great. I get to stay at their house.
Yeah.
I get to sleep on their bed.
Yeah.
And I get to eat their food for free. And then they pay me.
Yeah. It's like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, but on steroids. That's wow.
And then, so I started that. I started one contract with one person, and then some other people heard about it, and then the word spread. And I have like 7 different people that I watch.
What?
Now, it's not going to happen during school, but it's kind of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's cool. Huh. And you get to try out all their toilet paper. That's awesome.
Try out their toilet paper. Try out their bathrooms. You learn a lot about someone walking into their bathroom.
Yeah, you do.
And so, and living there, you're like, okay, I need to find something because I need a Band-Aid, and I didn't bring any. Okay, and you open all the drawers. You're like, that's where they keep their Band-Aids. That's not where I thought it was.
Is it one of those things where, because I'm one of those people where when I find something that just kind of, it not triggers me, but it's just like a peeve, I've got to fix it to be like how I need it to be. But if you're at their house, you kind of just have to live with it and leave it.
Yeah. There's definitely times where like there's certain things you're like, that
this
really
is wrong.
doesn't look right there. I'm just going to leave it.
Yeah.
So not in the bathroom, but in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Trying to find silverware or trying to find like the salt shaker or trying to find something very simple that you're like, it would have to be here.
Yeah.
And you go there, it's not there. You try to find another spot, not there. You try another spot, not there. And you're like, I give up. I'm going to have to text the owner like, where do you keep the salt?
How bad do you need salt?
Yeah.
Yeah. They just keep it in the freezer.
Well,
strange.
There was one I'm thinking of. They hid their salt, not in their spice cabinet with all the other spices.
Yeah.
They hid it with the cutting utensils, like cutting boards.
Yeah.
And like there's like 3 things of different spices that they keep down there, like big spices, and then there's salt and pepper. And I'm like, this makes no sense.
That's weird.
I have no clue why you have it here, but I know that's where it's at. And so every time I go there, I'm like, I know where it's at.
That's crazy.
And it hasn't moved.
Huh. This might be related to that.
Okay.
So we'll start with you and what you believe about the world here.
Okay.
So toilet paper, when it's on the roll, do you have it flipped over or under?
So we're gonna go over as like a beard and under like a mullet.
Yes.
Okay. So beard or mullet. So my personal opinion is very weird. I think. Okay. Because it doesn't matter to me.
No. That's
no. Like that. The answer is it doesn't matter to me. But here's the trick that I look for.
Yep.
If you have small children, you always do a mullet. Or if you have cats or dogs, you always do a mullet. The reason why is the kid goes in there and they spin it with their hand. It doesn't come off. The cat goes for it. It doesn't spin off. Dog goes for it. It doesn't spin off. Okay. Now, if you're just by yourself, you're a single individual, you could do it the beard way. Do a beard and call it good, because then your hand doesn't rub against the wall. I understand that.
It doesn't rub against the wall.
That's a logical fallacy. I understand.
Did Jerry talk? Who have you been talking to?
No one.
Okay, so you are one of many people who say that if it's behind, their hand hits the wall.
My hand doesn't hit the wall.
And I'm like, how aggressive are we?
My hand never hits the wall. Now, the way I prefer it the most, and this is just because I am a psychopath, is upright on the back of the toilet.
Off the roll.
Off the roll.
Yep.
The reason for that is that wherever it's at, I have to then reach over.
Yeah.
And I have small arms. And sometimes they're out of reach. And I'm like, I don't want to have to stand up for this thing. So I'm just putting it back there. And I can just reach back, grab it, pull off what I need, put it back.
There's wild people that stand up to wipe.
Oh my gosh.
That's their method. I've talked to some of these people both on the show and off the show, and I'm like, you're different.
You're built different.
Because, to get a little bit of human anatomy, like when you stand up, there's things that are less accessible.
Yeah.
It just kind of all comes together.
You have these two big muscles down there, gluteus maximus on either side. And when you stand up, their job, their contraction, this is my anatomy coming in. When you contract and stand up, they squeeze together. And then they squeeze together. There's a sphincter, and that's where the poop comes out. And you can't get to the sphincter.
You need to have that clean maybe before it contracts anything.
Correct.
So I will say that is a weird take, but it is like I'm being validated so much because I don't care. I'm completely agnostic when it comes to the toilet paper roll. So much so that I'll put it on the dark, and I'm 50-50, and my wife is over every time.
Okay.
And sometimes I get corrected, and other times I hear nothing because I got lucky and I got it the right way. I do not care. 90% of the time, I'm doing that number where I just balance it on the local thing.
On the side, call it good.
Yep. But I like your about kids and cats and dogs, because my children, so my wife puts it over in the kids' room too, and especially my daughter, she just goes for it.
Yeah.
And you can just hear it, and I'm like, we gotta stop. And sometimes she gets brave and just rips it and then tosses the whole thing in, and then I'm plunging. And it's like, no. Like, we gotta roll it back up. So that might be the way that I push my envelope on my family.
So that's something that my mom always enforced it. It was always whenever there's kids, you always put it on the other way.
That's
Other
smart.
than that, there's no real. The debate is real for certain people. They can have their debate all they want, and I will just agree with them because I don't care.
Yep.
But for safety for kids, don't put it on like a mullet.
That's smart. And then, so when you do your wipe job, how many squares do you think you're using on per wipe? Or do you pay attention to that?
The problem is I pay too much attention to this.
Yep.
It's 3 squares.
Perfect.
Because if you go, you can do the 4.
On
an emergency when it's
wet.
When it's a wet one, it's a bad one.
Yep.
You can do the 4. I never go to 5. 5 is too much.
Yeah.
It adds too much bulk to it.
Yeah.
And the 2,
especially with red bag Charmin.
Yeah, with the red bag Charmin, 4 or 5 is like heavy.
Yeah.
Going to 2 on a red bag, you could do in a pinch. Okay.
You're gonna hole punch it.
You could hole punch it. Now, that is for like red bag or for common brand, like household brands.
Yep.
If I'm out in the public though,
government tissue,
where it's that single ply, that super delicate single ply, like paper mache.
It looks like I don't know if you watch The Office, but it looks like the toilet paper when Dwight like undoes the double ply.
Yeah, it's horrible. And so when it's that situation, it's definitely more than 3 squares. It's equivalent thickness to about 3 squares of red bag,
which is probably about 30 squares for them because you just kind of
I probably don't do 30.
No,
but definitely.
I lose count when it's that thin though because I'm like,
how many is this? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if I realize I go heavy on the first one, then I can dial it back depending on what brand it is that they're using. But
Charmin's trying to like they're pushing the envelope because they recently put out a toilet paper extender. Like it's a mechanism that connects into your toilet paper.
That gives you more distance. Yeah.
Because their rolls are so big. They're really pushing it.
I have to ask you, do you know how the math works for toilet paper sizes? Because I don't.
Oh, no. It's completely made up.
Because it's like, if you have 2 bags.
Yeah.
One's ultra super mega.
Yeah.
And one is super mega.
Yeah.
And we have mega right here.
Yes.
Where 8 regular rolls, or 8 of these rolls equals 32 regular rolls.
Yes.
So
it should be 4 times as thick.
4 times as thick.
Math on that.
But then you go to the same brand.
Yeah.
It doesn't have it here, but like at the store you'll have the same brand, Ultra Charmin.
Wait,
it's 32.
This says on the back of Quilted Northern. Wait a minute.
Oh, hold it.
Pull that out. Holy fish! Oh no, it does. 1 mega roll equals 4. Okay, the math is checking out.
Math is checking out. But sometimes they'll be like 1 roll equals 6.
Yes.
1 roll equals 8, and I'm like, how does their math logic work?
And how and science, like, it ain't a science, but how do you prove it?
Yeah,
like there's
what is the roll that everyone is using as their standard roll? Because it surely is not the same as.
Because when I look at, I mean, this is not bad paper. No, this is perfectly serviceable. But when I look at this, I don't think to myself, man, this looks like 4 sheets. It actually looks like 3 sheets if I
think it's a 3-ply.
Telling the truth. But, I don't look at it and I don't go, yeah, this is like 4 rolls.
No. I think all the roll sizes are the same.
Yeah.
I think their math is maybe it's the layers of thickness.
It has to be.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Because I've never seen them I saw them get bigger when they you're like, oh, look, we're going to do this, the mega roll where it's 4 times, and like you could definitely see there was a size in growth.
Yeah.
But besides that, I'm like, I don't get this.
Yeah, the math is completely made up. And I think across companies, I think our problem is it's not like, so when if you buy a size XL from Carhartt, it's going to be similar to a size XL from Wrangler or wherever you're buying stuff. I think the problem is Quilted Northern's mega is different than any other Charmin, any other mega. They're just like, mega is more of like an adjective rather than an actual size, I think is the problem. Maybe we need some regulation on that, and
that'd be great. We need to regulate it.
Yeah. I didn't want it to die and crash. I do know if it does it because it just instantly cuts off in my ear, but then it's like middle of something good.
Middle of a sentence and you can't stop. You're like, ah!
Yep. Okay, so toilet paper, we're kind of, I've gotten a picture. Really, you and I are very similar, which is fascinating to me.
Awesome.
Because the 3, at one point, I got in trouble at the church because I told the teens, it's like, listen, because they clogged the toilet. And I was like, listen, y'all need 3 sheets. And I was saying it mostly to be facetious toward them, but a lot of them went home and told their parents. and then they got calls like, hey, how come Hunter's telling the teens they're only allowed to use 3 sheets of toilet paper? And I'm like, well, per wipe, like, just...
You are only allowed 3 sheets.
Yeah.
The first sheet gets everything gone. Second sheet kind of cleans up the mess. The third sheet is just the nice, crisp cleaner, and that's all you get.
Yeah, and you're going to need to wash your hand because you definitely had a problem in there. So moving kind of away from the toilet into kind of the shower space.
Okay.
Are you a bar soap or a liquid soap lad?
Ooh, good question.
Get to know people.
I know. I feel like you're like just digging into my soul. I will say that I'm more of a liquid guy.
Okay.
And the reason why
is
that's just because we buy it.
Okay.
And I would go with a bar if we have it. So
really?
with the house sitting and dog sitting,
yes,
you get to see a lot about a person with their bathroom. Again, their soap defines them.
Yeah.
And my favorite is walking into, like, there's a couple of people that have females. Of course, they're a family. Yep. Females definitely dedicate themselves to the bathroom and the shower.
Yes.
And you have 12 different types of soap.
Yep.
And you're like, okay, this is shampoo. This is conditioner. Mm-hmm. This is shampoo, conditioner. This is men's shampoo. This is men's conditioner. Okay. We're so far, we're good. But then you have for the blonde, for the brunette, for the ginger.
Oh my
And you're like, I don't understand. There's only 3 of you. There's 2 girls and a guy in this house, and they all have different soaps, apparently.
Yeah.
So I will use whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think I will use a bar and be fine with a bar.
Yeah.
I think I use liquid more.
Yeah.
Problem with liquid, I feel like, because I use too much soap with a liquid.
Yep.
And I would rather go with a bar. But, the convenience, the ease.
Yeah. So there's I had I can't remember who it was, but somebody said that when they were a kid, they used to carve little messages in the bars of soap.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever, maybe moving forward you might, but have you ever thought of doing that?
Carving into soap?
Yeah. House sitting, you're just into somebody's soap?
I've never carved someone else's soap. But I have carved my own soap.
Oh.
So this is moving away from a bathroom, but still it's kind of a story. So when I was younger, I wanted to learn how to wood carve.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And the people that were doing the wood carving things, they had their special knives and they had special wood, the softer woods for you to practice with and do stuff like that. But they're like, you can't take this home because this is ours. But what you can do is go buy a bar of soap and take a butter knife. And you can go practice all the same techniques, the push, the pull, the movement.
Yeah.
Because a butter knife, or a plastic butter knife, or even just a regular butter knife, won't cut you very bad.
Yeah.
If it does cut you, and it's really hard to.
Right.
And the soap is super soft.
Yeah.
And you can cut it up. And then if you make a mess on the floor, it's just soap. And then if you make a mess in the sink, it's just soap. If you have it all over your hands, it's just soap.
That's cool.
And so it's sanitary. It keeps you clean. Keeps the kids' hands are clean while they're playing.
I might have to dig out some butter knives and get some bars of soap for the kids and have them have an afternoon of it.
So I have carved that way, but not like messages. Not like,
when you got it
carved,
Mom. Did you use it as soap?
You can, yeah. That's even the coolest part. So like, if you get a bar, you could carve a star into it or something like that. Something, because that has a lot of technique in there.
Right.
Then you decorate the star if you want to, but then you can go use the star.
Yeah.
And then all the little scraps, you can use those again.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Huh. Well, how do you feel about baths?
How do I feel about baths?
Yeah.
Baths are okay. It's like it's like swimming.
Okay.
I definitely will have taken baths, and I will take baths.
Yeah.
But I would rather take a shower.
Yes. Okay.
And if I'm in a bath, it's not that I sit in the bath and I'm like, oh wow, like all the debris, all the gross is sitting on top or sitting in the water. I'm like, this, I definitely can see it, and I'm like, I don't know, but if I do take a bath, I usually if I take a bath, I usually follow it up with a quick shower, just a quick rinse off.
Okay.
Or I will have already taken a shower in the day.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I'm doing nothing, and then I'm like, I'm gonna go take a bath, and then you go take a bath, and you're already cleaned.
That seems to me, that's the only sensible path forward, because I just, there's a certain age, and I don't know what the age is, but there's a certain age where we kind of grow up, and bath is not how we get clean. Mm-hmm. It might be how we relax, but it's just not how we get clean anymore.
And I think of like the Japanese bathhouses and stuff like that. They still have showers. They have the really short showers over to the side, so you actually wash yourself in the shower, and then you go relax in the bath.
Yeah.
It's not you're getting clean in the bath.
Right.
Or you go and you go clean yourself in the shower. You go sit in the bathhouse, and then you go take another shower.
Yeah. There's a big social code there, though, because there's people that are just skipping it.
There is a giant social code there. But just in my mindset, you're still even there.
Right.
Where the culture is a bath.
Right. Yep.
You're still taking a shower.
Yeah. That seems the only method forward. So related to in the shower.
Okay.
And we kind of talked about this when I was on the show, but it serves. Do you ever have a snack or a drink while you're in the shower?
I have never had a snack or a drink in the shower.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, just a cold, literally anything that's just cold to drink is just so good.
I have wanted to try it since we talked. Since you're on our podcast, I was like, I should do this. And then every time I get a shower, it's in the morning before work, and I'm like this.
Yeah,
I'm moving. And then I have like a cup of tea, but I'll have that outside. That's not cold. So it'll be hot and hot, which could work, I guess.
I've heard people do hot coffee in the shower. It seems weird.
And And then after we talked about it, I went and asked all the PTs that I work with.
Yes.
And I asked some other people.
Little survey.
And the weirdest part is you're like, it's such a, in my mind, like a silly, dumb question that we would ask. At PT, we can ask whatever we want because our goal is to make people laugh. So I go and ask a therapist this, and they're like, "No, why would I do this?"
What are
like,
you on?
Like a lot of them do that, but then there's two therapists that do it because they're like, they're definitely because I'm like running late. I have to eat something, so I just go and eat something, and I'm like, what? And all the other therapists are like, what? And it just becomes this dog pile of stuff on them.
Breakfast in the shower.
Exactly. They're shower breakfast people. And I'm like, what?
I will admit I've never done shower breakfast. I've had like jerky. Okay. Things that in my opinion are like wet safe snacks.
Yeah.
I had a buddy's like bag of chips. I was like, listen.
I heard Jude said that was a bag of chips.
So, yeah, he might have been the one. There's some people that are just they're wild.
That makes no sense.
I'm like, you guys are playing a dangerous game. But like I'm like wet safe snacks, like okay, so fruit. So, and I think you might have mentioned this, but have you ever eaten an orange as if it is an apple in the shower?
No.
Okay.
No. That is another thing I'm supposed to try. Jerry was talking about that. He's like, dude, it is like the best thing. And I'm like, I don't know if I could do this, man.
It feels so strange to do because it goes against everything that you know about an orange. It's like, this isn't how I do this. Yeah. And then you do it and it's like, you know that there's dribble going everywhere, but it's also just like, this is fine because everything's wet.
Yeah. I'm not a germaphobe.
Yeah.
But I definitely like to stay clean.
Yeah, okay.
And so the concept of doing that absolutely goes above every ounce of my nature. And I'm like, I don't know if I could do this, but I'm going to have to try it. And it's the worst. And I'm like, I've been fighting myself. I'm like, I have to do this.
Yeah.
I don't want to try this. I'm going to have to do this. And so
it is a different experience.
Okay.
Jerry is, he fell way in love with it. I was baffled by how,
oh my gosh.
But it is, I think he said there's something primal about it.
Yeah, he talks about the primal aspect of eating an orange, just taking a bite out of it. Yeah. But it's always messy. Yeah. The shower solves the problem. Yeah. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I had somebody say like, why don't you do a pomegranate? It's so messy. I was like, yeah, but it's such a chore to like.
That would be such a chore.
Maintain it. And
yeah.
To me, watermelon is a good.
Watermelon would be a good one.
The only problem is then you have a rind that like, where do I put this while I finish this?
Yeah.
But.
Well, I think the pomegranate problem also is that pulp that comes off of it that gets stuck in your drain, and then you have a backup, and you're like, that's not a big
and you don't want that. Yeah. A little bit outside the shower. Have you ever? And I kind of feel like I know what's going on. Have you ever had a snack or drink on the toilet?
I want to say yes, but I don't know.
Let's go.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I have. It was when I was way younger.
Yeah.
Like I was hungry, and I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Part of my brain says it was like a banana or something like that.
Okay.
The other part of me says it was like chips or a sandwich.
Okay.
I don't know which one it is.
All bold choices for
They're
the toilet.
all super bold choices for the toilet. I cannot say yes or no.
Yeah.
I think I did.
But it's a necessity type thing. You're not like, oh, I'm heading to the bathroom. I better grab a drink for the trip in.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
It's not like a premeditative like, oh, I'm doing this.
I need to have something.
I need to have something. I need to have something for my 10 minutes in the bathroom. No, I think it's like I guess as a kid you would walk in there and be like, oh wait, I was eating. That's whatever. Kind of an idea.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Do you 10 minutes? So are you like a bathroom phone scroller?
I try not to be.
Yeah, I do too. I try not to be. Is the right answer. It's just.
Like, so at work?
Yes.
The boss makes $1. Yep. I make a dime. That's why I poop on the company time.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
And I'm like, I don't want to sit here and just scroll. And then when I was working as a physical therapist, you had to be back on the floor. Right. Or an aide, not a physical therapist yet. You have to get back out on the floor because you have other things. So it's like, you definitely don't pick up your phone because you'll be stuck in there. And then you'll lose track of time and it's 20 minutes. And you're like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I try not to be.
Yep, that's the right answer, I think. So back With the shower,
Okay.
and I've been told that this is the question that people dread being asked. So,
I don't know what this is, so I'm ready.
So, have you ever performed a waffle stomp? And if you don't know what that is, I will be happy to explain it. It's better if you don't know what it is.
I don't think I know what this is.
That's very good. So, a waffle stomp is when, and I'm going to say in a pinch, but I think there's a demographic of people who do this out of habit. But you can't make it out of the shower, and so you just poop into the bottom of the shower, and then you stomp it to get it to go down the drain, and that is the waffle stomp.
No.
Okay, would you ever perform one, even if it was out of necessity? Like,
I have had to go to the bathroom super bad. Like, you're in a rush. You get up in the morning, you're doing things.
Yep.
Okay, for me, I have like a set routine of like, I go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I will go to the bathroom, then I will do that. But I usually don't have to defecate or poop until later in the day. So I never have that in the morning when I do my morning shower.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, was how my body's timing and everything like that. I definitely missed it up where my timing was off and I took a shower late or something like that and definitely had the problem. I definitely turned off the shower, stepped out, went to the bathroom.
Okay.
I've never done it in the toilet. Now, do you definitely have that point where you're like, I just pooped.
And now
I wiped.
Yep.
But I didn't wipe 100% because I know I'm getting right. I was just getting back in the shower. I was going to be in the shower. And I'm like, okay,
it's fine.
I'll clean up a little bit.
It's like a special bidet at that point.
It's definitely not a waffle stomp.
Okay. Yeah.
Never done a waffle stomp.
Okay. And aren't planning on it anytime
I don't
soon.
think I will ever do that. I think that totally goes against my somewhat germaphobe nature of staying clean. It
is a different experience altogether.
That's a rough one.
But it is better, and this is the third option. So waffle stomp is I would say it's 2, because number 1 is just get out and go to the toilet. Waffle stomp is 2, but the third option that I've heard, and I don't know who these people are or where they came from, but it's that you catch it and then you like put it in the toilet, and I'm like, listen, my stuff is not of a constitution where that's not happening. Like, it's just not happening.
In the moments where you would have the emergency where you have to waffle stomp, I'm pretty sure the consistency is not of a solid mass. It's a liquid mass.
Yep, you're not catching that.
Which
is why, again, I'm like, who are the people that if you're able to catch it, you're doing it willingly because it's not soft enough.
You're willingly doing it. You have enough time to step out,
and you know it's bad.
You definitely have enough time to step out and go to the toilet.
I have a theory about these people, and it's kind of a sad theory because, like, working with mental health, especially teens, like, I don't know why this just popped in my brain, but like teenagers, and I guess kids, and maybe adults, but like the ones who play with their byproduct, it's usually a sign of trauma or like abuse. Yeah. And so, like, to me, I'm just like, oh man, just
maybe there is like
there's something
subline.
It's just troubling. But good. You're keeping it clean, keeping the shower clean.
Oh yeah.
Do you have any bathroom pet peeves?
Bathroom pet peeves?
When people waffle stomp. No.
Yeah, that is gross.
Hey, and also, just as real quick while you think of that, if you're ever having Byron watch your house, you can rest assured he's not going to do this to your shower.
100%. Oh gosh. Pet peeves.
Yeah.
Like how the bathroom's set up, or like things that other people do, like in a public bathroom.
Public, or
people not washing their hands definitely bugs me. Okay. In a public bathroom. Yep. Come on. People that listen to the the doom scrollers on the toilet.
Doom.
Okay, so the Facebook doom scrollers, Instagram doom scrollers, those guys who are just in there and they're chilling, and they have their volume on, and you're like,
oh yeah, that's
and weird. Today on,
and then it cuts because they're going through it.
Yeah, they're scrolling through it, and you're like, okay, the bathroom, in my mind, is a sacred place.
Yeah,
it is a private place. And I already have to share it with you in another stall next to me. Yeah. So this is very awkward. But now you're making noises that I don't want to hear. Yeah. You're doing things I don't want to hear. And I feel like there's that guy, the guy fallacy. Like you're talking and you walk into the bathroom and then it becomes silent. Right. There's kind of like you'll joke or something when you're washing your hands at the sink. But when you walk into, as I am with another guy, it kind of conversation dies. Yeah. You go to your business. Yeah. Even if you're right next to each other. Oh. And then you walk to the sink and then you can start talking again. But that moment that you walk to the urinal or walk to the toilet, conversation ends.
The people that want to talk to you while you're peeing at the urinal, I don't understand it. Because it's like nothing. First of all, I probably don't even know you that well. Yeah. And nothing is so urgent that right now was when you had to say it. Yeah. I had my high school principal, like, they had a teacher's bathroom, but a lot of times the male staff would just, like, if they had to pee, they'd just go into the general one. And I remember I was peeing, and my high school principal walks in and goes to the urinal, like, 2 down, and it was totally fine. And this guy, he wasn't, like, super nice. He wasn't a bad guy. He just was kind of no nonsense. And he just... How we doing today? And I'm like, no, not now. No. And of course I answer him because I'm like, I don't want to get in trouble.
Exactly.
But you're spot on with that.
So here's a question for you since we're talking about a urinal. Okay. When you go up to the urinal, are you the guy that puts his hand on the wall in front of them? No. And why do guys do that if you have an idea?
So I have been explained that it maybe not always, but it comes with age. And it has to do with, like...
Balance problems?
Balance and being able to, like... As gravity takes its toll on things, being able to position yourself so that way it's... That's what I've been explained. Okay. I don't know if that's true.
Because I've definitely seen that from a couple of times, and I'm like, what's going on? And then they start conversations like this. Hey, how's it going? And you're like...
They're just in their power stance.
They're in their power stance, and you're like, hey, how's it going? And I'm like... Nope, not right now.
Yeah, I'm not there yet. I maybe aspire to that when I'm older. That's one of those I think like I can get away with this as an older person thing. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. If I walked in and I saw a teen, like, because working at the church, like the kids go to the bathroom, everybody's in and out of the bathrooms. Yeah. If I walked in and there's a high schooler at the urinal like power this, stance. I'm going, dude, what are you doing? Like, stop. I'm going to tell your mom on you. I'm gonna. Yeah.
Yeah. Little Johnny was in power stance while he was peeing today.
You need to talk to your son about how to use the restroom. Yeah. Any other pet peeves?
Pet peeves.
Do you share a bathroom at home? Do you have any peeves that live out of there?
Ooh. No. I don't think so.
Oh, shout out to your siblings that you share them with?
They do okay. Oh, shout out for Levi and Caleb. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds
and my dad. So I live with my dad, too.
So you guys are all...
There's 4 guys.
Yeah.
3 of us kids and my dad. Yeah. That all share the same bathroom. Yep. Because our other bathroom, which is the master bathroom, is beautiful and big. But there's no toilet in it. There's no sink in it. There's no tub in it. And there's nothing in it. Because the toilet backed up. Or the toilet faucet and things leaked, and so we pulled that, and then one of the sinks didn't work. It was a dual sink, master bathroom. Yeah, one of the sinks didn't work, and this was like 5 years ago when COVID started. Yeah. We were like, "Hey, let's just remodel the bathroom," and so I went in there and I gutted it. During so like I'm in class, I'm literally have my class earbud in. Because it's a lecture. It's so boring. It was like first year stuff, and I'm a senior, and I'm like, this is boring. And I'm in there with a sledgehammer, just breaking crap, destroying this bathroom.
That's awesome.
It was great. Yeah. Well, we never refinished it. And it just became storage. So all the storage got stuffed in there because we had to do some remodeling in other places in the house. And so we all share this one bathroom that is literally smaller than this one that we're in now.
No,
we have you have a shower. Imagine we have a shower here. Yeah, and it's just a long way. It's a long bathroom. Yeah. So toilets where you are. Then it goes on the opposite side of the bathroom. There's the sink. Yeah. And then next to the toilet, that way, that's the shower, and it's just really small. It's tiny.
Yeah. Our old house used to have a bathroom very similar to what you're saying. Like you could not fall over in it.
Yeah. Basically. And so we all share that bathroom. And with 4 guys, it definitely gets dirty. No one likes to clean it.
Who's cleaning it though?
I was the last one to do the cleaning. Yeah.
Is it on a rotation or is it just like who does it bother first gets to clean it?
Basically, that's how it turns into.
Yep, that's how it goes.
But I don't think there's any pet peeves really.
Yeah.
I may cause other pet peeves to my brothers or my dad. Because like, I'll go in the bathroom and I'll go take a shower in the morning.
Yeah.
But I threw on some shorts because I didn't want to walk around the house naked, and so I took off the shorts.
Yeah.
Threw them on the counter. Take off my underwear. Throw them in the hamper. Go take my shower.
Yeah.
But I left my shorts on the counter because I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
so then that might cause other strife for them. Yeah. For me. And
that's their stuff. They'll have to settle out.
Yeah, exactly. They can bring it up with me if they don't like it.
Yeah, that's right. Which establishment, so eating establishment, just does you the dirtiest, fouls you up the worst, gives you the worst bathroom situation?
Oh gosh. Bathroom problems after eating.
Because everybody says Taco Bell.
I
don't think that they're the worst. You're sitting here going, well, maybe.
I know. Part of me says Taco Bell because every time I have it, I have like stomach cramps and I have bad problems. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Taco Bell definitely does not sit well with my stomach.
Do you get the beans?
I do every once in a while because I can't have cheese.
Oh, okay.
I've turned myself lactose intolerant because of another medical issue. Right. But if I have a little bit of cheese, bad day. So I don't do the cheese. So I do the bean burrito.
Yeah.
If I have to go to Taco Bell, and then you get stuck with the bean problem.
Yeah, that no cheese is gonna limit you there then, because I was gonna say I find their beans are what
messes people up.
It does me wrong, and I'm like, okay, cut out the beans, and like it's not bad now.
I'm trying to think if there's another one. I always get sick after eating Roth's sushi.
That's fair.
So, but Roth's sushi is really good.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that I know really like it.
Really?
It's definitely not like a Momiji. It's not a high-end sushi restaurant.
It's like a supermarket.
It's better than the 7-Eleven sushi that's been there for 3 weeks.
Whoa.
But it's
7-Eleven doesn't even sell sushi. You can't even sell that. Say that sentence right. But
like that like it's not that mini mart kind of feel. It's definitely made fresh every day at Ross. It looks good.
Yeah.
But every time I have it, it could even be the chicken with teriyaki sauce and rice, and I just don't have a good day.
Really?
Yeah. So Taco Bell and Ross.
Roth's. Oh man, I miss Roth's. We don't have one down in Albany. We used to get we used to get their donuts for the youth, and they do it right. So have you ever, and this is something I've been instructed, have you ever eaten or tried a bite of deodorant?
No.
Okay. And I'm gonna be honest with you, nobody's been like, actually yes. And so I'll confess to you, this is my wife is the one that told me that I have to do this because I did try a bite of deodorant. So she bought Native. They're not a sponsor, and my history with them, they're not going to be. They've reached out to me on the internet and told me to stop. But their scents are like candle scents. They're like toasted marshmallow deodorant. Yeah,
that's
I know.
Weird.
It's different, but it smells exactly like it.
Okay.
And so one day I was just like, it can't be that bad. Like, my thought was, it's not going to taste like anything. Mm-hmm. It's going to be like wax. It was awful.
I bet.
It was terrible.
I bet.
I could not believe how good something could smell and how terrible it tasted. But it's my wife's way of like, you made your choice and now you have to admit it frequently to people.
Frequently, every day.
Yeah. Well, cool, man. And I just if you want to plug the show that you do with the guys, or I can kind of share.
So yeah, we do 2 podcasts. One's a kind of sit down conversation podcast. It's the Under the Influence.
Yes.
For Christian influence, it's our dedicated podcast. It's me, Jerry, Jude, and Levi. My brother, Levi, and Jerry and Jude are not my brothers, but they're my brothers in Christ. So we're all brothers.
Levi's the only one I haven't now met and locked down because he was sick when I came for my record. So I might have to I have to trap him in the bathroom.
No. That's not too bad. That's not too hard. But yeah, so we do that, and then we do a Lore of Legends, which is our D&D podcast. Very cool. We do those kind of things. Those are kind of fun.
Yeah, and now that I've officially started listening to Of Lore and Legend, it's good.
It is pretty good.
I'll confess, I don't get to play D&D right now in my life.
Yeah.
And so the way I play D&D is by listening to other people play it.
Yep.
And y'all show is good.
It's pretty good.
And not, I don't say that as like, oh, I've listened to other D&D shows and it's y'all are enjoyable, especially because I think the secret sauce is y'all don't take yourselves and the whole thing too serious.
Yeah.
Like you can hear each other goofing and laughing and it's like, okay, they're friends having fun.
We're friends having fun.
Yeah.
It's also a Christian podcast. It's also Christian based. There are definitely, we do have a pantheon of gods. We do have other things like that because that's kind of the D&D world.
Right.
But we don't keep those as a religion. Those are not anything more than us having fun on a game. Yeah. Versus the people that take it very seriously, like this is what has to be serious, and we have to create voices. We have to do these fun things. Some of the guys definitely do voices. Yes. We definitely have fun with it.
Yeah, I met the Tortle.
Tortle? Yeah. So
that voice is a delight to my soul.
Timothy or Titus.
Yeah.
Titus. So Titus has a list. He's also 8 or no. Maybe he's 12. Yeah, I don't know. He's young. And so he has a lot of fun. And he's a turtle.
It's so funny,
It's so much fun. He's great fun. So I sit between Levi and I sit between Cephas. Yeah. So the guy who plays Cephas. I sit between those two guys. And oh my gosh. The amount of riots that we get into.
That's awesome.
But podcasts definitely come out. That one comes out very... like once a month, once every 2 months.
I imagine there's a lot of editing.
There's a lot of editing. I know the last episode they've had to edit it 3 times because just computer crashes or other things because they're doing one shot. Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's tough.
Those are a lot slower, but weekly episodes on Christian Under the Influence.
Sweet. Yeah, go check those out. I'm gonna close this down. I tell people whenever I close the show, I feel like the dog. Like in the backyard. And what's wild is y'all recently talked about this on Under the Influence. Okay. It was one of those weird Twilight Zone, like, did I get ripped out of my own thing? But I tell people, I feel like I'm the dog in the backyard pooping, where it's like, I'm doing it, and you just get to sit there and watch while I close this. But this has been another episode of Privy. Thank you for listening. Thanks for being here, Byron.
Absolutely.
It was good. You can go find our stuff. We're online at Privycast. Go find that. And I'm gonna save it for just let the Under the Influence and the Of Lore and Legend go check those out. I'm gonna let those stand as the closeout here. This has been another episode of Privy. Thanks again for listening. Keep pooping in the free world. And now, as always, don't forget to flush. A little splash. Got a little splash on the backside, but it ain't nothing that won't dry quickly.